Hello, and welcome to another session of Coffee Talk. This one, I'm with one of my mugs that I love using this time of year. It says SKB, and if anyone is going to say hello, hop in the comment section. Anybody know what that is? SKB? Or it's just sometimes SK. I just spent a magical vacation there. It's called Siesta Key Beach. It's one of the most amazing beaches on the planet. Dare I say my most favorite beach on the planet? I've been to over 27 countries and lots of beaches around the world. And one of my, gosh, I have to say it is my most favorite beach. It's the sand. And I was just there. This is an older mug. I've been going there since 2001 and just spent a fantastic week with family for the holidays. And now I just wanted to share some coffee with y'all. So who's joining in? Hop in and say hi in the comments. We'll see if we can get them firing up today. But this is Coffee Talk, and I'm Tricia Becker, if we haven't met before. Welcome to my living room. And I started this just over a year ago because I just wanted to hang out with people who wanted to talk about how we are creating our lives. And I realized I couldn't invite everyone in my living room, no matter how much I wanted to hang out with y'all. So I said, all right, well, I'm from New York. I loved Saturday Night Live, and Coffee Talk was a thing when I was growing up. And that was Mike Myers on Saturday Night Live, like channeling his aunt. And it was always just coffee talk and with the accent. And I think she was either from Brooklyn or Long Island or something. But now me with my little elf behind me. Happy holidays. What are you grateful for? That's what we're starting with. I'm grateful for coffee. I'm grateful for this place called Siesta Key Beach. It was a really rejuvenating week for me because I actually inadvertently ended up spending more time alone than I expected because everybody was getting sick. So wherever I was planning on going, I got diverted. I got redirected. And it saved me from getting this flu that seems to be going around. Had it been any other timing different, other pieces would have landed and lots of people would have gotten sick. And so what I kept reminding myself is almost every step along the way, there was a diversion. Plans had to change. Plans had to change. Plans had to change. I just kept saying, okay, what's next? Instead of wallowing in the, oh, this didn't work out. I had all these plans and it didn't work out. I just said, okay, change direction. What do I want now? What do I want to create now? And with so much gratitude for the ability to do that, because, I had my dog with me. I drove down to Florida. I live in North Carolina. It's a bit of a drive, but it's totally worth it. It was so much fun. So I have so much gratitude for the ability to travel the way that I just did. And I love driving. I love traveling like that. I love being kind of contained in my own space with my own wheels and the ability to go wherever I want to go. And there's so many layers of gratitude in that. And it's not just because it's Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving and, we spend a day expressing our gratitude. And then don't we know that the next day we go out and spend so much money and the whole concept of Thanksgiving and then Black Friday. It's mind-blowing to me. If you look at the juxtaposition of those two completely contrasting experiences, wow. But what I wanted to share for our coffee talk is that it's really important to live in that space of gratitude. And I'm grateful for all of you who choose to be a part of this phenomenal journey into alchemy and take time to listen to these sessions and step into your own gratitude. So what are you grateful for? Put it in the little comment section if you're here listening. I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful for my car. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my family, my kid, my dog. So many amazing things. And when we're really intentionally practicing alchemy in the way that I frame it, is we're working inward to change the lead into gold. And we're making the volatile fixed and the fixed volatile. And this change and transformation, but it's internal. It's not literal gold and lead, and it's not the outside. It's not the stuff. It's how we experience our life and our world on the inside. And how do we create that transformation consistently as often as possible? And so through my journey, connecting with people. That's why these are called community coffee talks. So that is the most fun for me, is connecting with other people who love to do this. And I remember very vividly when I started doing this particular type of work, because I did yoga, teacher training, I did Reiki master teacher training, all this stuff with crystals and oils, and I was doing hypnotherapy and hypnosis and EFT and so many things. But when I found this work 5 years ago, and I really started embracing this internal experience of connecting into what I want, and then I would share it, and I would tell my peers at the time, who were also learning the same coaching style and processes like superconscious recode and emotion of the end result, with my amazing mentor, Chris Duncan. There was one beautiful woman who reminded me one day, when I didn't want to practice, I didn't want to, step into the role of being a practice coach and go through the steps and learn and get better and get better. And she said, Tricia, you're the one who said you wanted to do this. I was like, okay. And I never said no again, because some part of me wasn't able to step into that role because of the old identity. So thank you, Megan, if you're listening to this, for that reminder 5 years ago. And I've never said no since, because I love this work and I know it works. And this joy of giving it, because I've lived over 50 years of my life in complete disarray, suffering, and anguish. And I continually had to pull myself out of that hole. And it was exhausting. And it's like internal torment. And I know a lot of people that I work with experience the same thing. We have a phenomenal power called our imagination and our minds. And sometimes it rules the roost. And sometimes it takes over. And sometimes it's really destructive. But when you harness it, when you're really, really, really intentionally creating, it creates worlds. It creates magic, and it creates love and passion and fire and excitement for life in a way that no one ever taught us as children. They actually taught us out of it, if that's a thing. They redirected us towards, no, don't daydream. Don't use your imagination like that. You got to look at what is and change it to get better. And we just live that way. I'm here to tell you, your imagination is your greatest gift as a human being, and we need to use it and cultivate it and create it and play with it in the most exciting way possible. And my joy of doing that with other people, once I, really started, it's probably almost 5 years ago now, is actually starting to coach this work and get paid for it, and realize how much I loved it because I know it works. The efficacy of what I teach is not just, I did it for myself. I was like, yeah, I like it. I like it for myself. But once I started teaching it, once I started guiding others, I was like, oh my God, this is actually it. This is the piece that every other personal development and any focusing technique skipped over. It's understanding how to create this experience internally first. Now, there's a few steps to do that. There's a few pathways. The most important really is meditation. I'd say if you're not meditating, you're doing yourself a disservice. Learn how to meditate. And I've got exactly the framework for you to learn how to do it. It's really easy to just start, because 20 years ago, when I started practicing meditation, I couldn't sit for more than a minute or two. And then it turned into 2 or 3 minutes. And then I stayed there for a little while. And then I got to finally 5 minutes. Oh, and I remember the relief of going, oh my gosh, this isn't such a fight anymore to kind of try to quiet this mind. Our imagination and our thoughts are so powerful that that energy is going to take us away and out of ourselves and try to resolve what we think we need to fix right now. And there's nothing to fix. Nothing is broken. So when you learn the simple techniques that I have in Mindful Minutes, it's the book that I created. It's on Amazon. It's also offered as a PDF in one of my courses. It's the digital copy, The Art of Meditation, if you want, Mindful Minutes. And I walk you through each and every one of the steps to learn how to apply this practice of being mindful. And then you get really deep into meditation and understand the power of our mind, how to create intentionally, and the reason why people stop. And it's just called structure. Anyways, I'm sharing a lot, but I digress from the main topic, because I really wanted to focus on not only gratitude, but the gifts that we give. And this little puppy, this is Luna. She likes to give gifts. So her joy of giving and receiving is a little different, of course, than humans. But what I remember is she's just always love. She's just always love. She just always wants love. She always just wants to be near me. She always just wants cuddles. Yeah, there she is, just going to lay down. She just wants to be rubbed and loved. And that's it. And that's what she gives in return, and playfulness and excitement for life in each and every moment. And nothing has to be different. I don't know how a dog thinks, but the gifts that we can give must come from our internal state. We don't just pick up, something and give it. It's like if I actually think I have given this as a gift. I love this stuff. Maybe I received it as a gift. Both. I got it, and then I started buying it for other people. Savannah Bee Company is based in Georgia and Savannah, but they sell it all over the place. This one is rosemary and lavender. It's just like a hand salve, but it smells amazing. And for anybody who knows the secret sauce, this is the game. Is you just take something that you really enjoy, and what's it smell like? What's it look like? What's it feel like? I'm not going to taste it, but while I'm smelling this amazing stuff, I can taste my coffee. And I can hear the tin and the can, and I've created a full-on sensory experience of something that I love. That's a gift I give myself because I harnessed and reined in all of my energy and focus. And then what I realized, the most delightful thing that I can share is give these very focused tools to my clients and my friends and my family, whoever else wants it. If you want it, you got to let me know. I don't just talk about this stuff in my normal day-to-day life because it's intense. It's a lot. But when you get me going, I'll give you everything I got. And that's the gift I bring to the world of coaching and creative development training that I bring to my clients, because I know what people need when they ask for it. You ask, and I'm willing to give. And as a teacher, I've been teaching for, almost 15 years now. Not everybody learns the same. And if you remember your great teachers, do you remember, your most favorite teacher you've ever had? They connected you on a heart level. They connected heart to heart with you. And they give you the tools you need to excel. That's a good teacher, right? That's my goal. That's why I don't take a lot of one-to-one clients, because I give my all. And my one-to-one clients that I work with, not just a one session here and there, but the clients who want to show up each and every week, I try to connect with them every day. I'm their cheerleader. I'm giving them the gifts of the reminder of how powerful they are each and every day. And that takes a lot of energy. I don't take a lot of one-to-one clients for that reason, because I'm so ultra focused on giving, because they're asking. And thank you to my one-to-one clients. I love you. I'm so proud of you. And I'm so excited to cheer you on. And the other thing that I love giving is if it's a commitment. One-to-one coaching with me is intense, it's passionate, and I'm going to get you where you want to go. And that's a promise that I make. It's not for everybody. I'm not the coach for everybody. And I know that the accessibility of the financial commitment to create that value exchange for coaching is pretty big. One-to-one coaching takes a lot of time and energy and effort, and I'm full on giving as often as possible with my one-to-one clients. That's why I created a bunch of different courses. There's the group program, but if you really want to do this on your own, there's recorded courses, the secret sauce, the art of meditation. I'm offering a bundle right now. It's 40% off. I'm not sure if any of these comments are coming through. So if you're saying hi, I apologize. I can't reply. Computer decides to do what it wants on days like this. The joy I have of teaching, I could deliver it and give gifts in many different ways. YouTube, that's where these videos get posted. My YouTube channel has a ton of free videos. That's my gifts. My gifts are discounts that I give, whether it's 40% off of a recorded course or a discounted one-to-one session that I'm offering right now for the holidays. I want people to experience the magic of this work. And the joy for me is the connection. And I've been using this word a lot for myself because there's a lot of fun pieces. lot of things that are really morphing and moving and shifting, and tons of cool creations coming in 2026 that I am making jewelry and doing jewelry shows because of the holidays. That fire inside of me, it ignites so many different ideas and so many different things that how do I guide myself, and how do I curate my world so I can actually get these things done, is accountability. So here's one of the other pieces is when we're in this joy of gratitude in our lives, and we're giving, and like, oh, I love it. And then we experience receiving from friends or family or dogs or other coaches or teachers or the universe or whatever it may be. What are we doing with all that? What are we doing with all the knowledge? Or what are we doing with all of the energy? What are we doing with all the passion? Or what are we doing with this gift we have of human beings in our imagination? And the joy of holding ourselves accountable. I say the joy of holding ourselves accountable. But what it really is a gift. And it's not easy, right? Anybody here trying to hold themselves accountable and keep falling short and falling into the same old patterns? Yeah, that happens. And it's very easy to do because structure has integrity. This is a thing we talk about in my group program. Structure has integrity, and there's a challenge to creating this new identity who lives in gratitude with the ability to give and receive. The magic word is actually called accountability. How do we hold ourselves accountable? Well, for me, I have a coach and I have my friends. Thank you. You know who you are, who I reach out to and say, I need your help. We must have this co-creative experience. We must. It's very, very difficult, and I don't recommend it for anybody to hold themselves accountable just all on your own. You're living in this world as a co-creator. Lilou Mace, one of the teachers I started following, she worked with Joe Dispenza for a while. She's in France. She always started her sessions, and she met some of the greatest. She interviewed Wayne Dyer a bunch of times, like just phenomenally inspirational people. She always started her session saying, hello, co-creators. We are co-creating our lives. We're co-creating together. I don't want to do this alone. I'm not gonna. So I want people. I like friends. I like community and connecting. That's why coffee talk is connecting with community and chatting, right? How do we hold ourselves accountable to follow through? That's what I provide. I provide it in my group programs. I provide it with the access that I give with, I'll tell you about this little bundle that I've created that actually keeps you connected. But in my one-to-one coaching, the accountability is I'm always going to guide you and to redirect you back to what you want. Your power, you and your power, living a life that you love. And I know how to do that. And I love doing it. I know because of my experience, not only with myself and my coaches and my teachers, but now I have years and years and hundreds of people saying, Tricia, you were right. Thank you. You were right. This is exactly what I needed, and this is exactly what works. There's two things that people have recently told me that are actually the truth. What do we say? The proof is in the pudding? Is meditation, of course. Oh, well, once I started meditating, yeah, I know. I told you so. I do like being right. And it's not like rubbing it in your face. Yeah, you're going to meditate too? She wants to go for a walk. We're going for a little hike this afternoon as it warms up a little bit in the afternoon because it is kind of cold here in North Carolina, not warm like it was in Florida. But I can use my imagination and imagine Siesta Key Beach. So this joy of accountability and working with my friends, my peers, giving, focusing, meditating. It could just be breath. That's the mindful minutes. That's the art of meditation. The other thing is my daily ritual. I created a thing called the daily ritual. And everybody who applies it, everybody, this is consistent across the board. Here, lay down. Lay down. No, lay down. I know. We're going to go soon. I know. See, she's just all happy, wants to play. The daily ritual is a series of questions that should only take you about 5 minutes. Everybody who does it every day, including myself, Everybody who does it every day says it makes a world of difference. Something that only takes you 5, maybe 10 minutes if you're really taking time a day changes your life. That's it. And why don't we do that? Why wouldn't we commit to something that is, in my world, a guaranteed process that is effective at creating a beautiful new identity and a reality that you love, and you wake up excited for each and every day? We don't do it because the old identity is still running the show based on old programming called, we got to look at what's wrong and make it right. We got to look at what's wrong and then change it and make it right. Here, lay down. Lay down. I know. Lay down. We're going to go. Yeah, the dog always has to hop into these calls. So I'm going to wrap it up in just a minute so I could get her on her little hike. We're going to go over to my favorite river and see it with all the leaves that have fallen now. I really want you to take from this is that creating and connecting with community. Okay, lay down, lay down. Here you go. Creating a connection with your community and the people that you love and the people you want to hang out with and the people that inspire you. And it doesn't have to be me. I'm just saying go find them. Connect with the people who inspire you and that you want to hang out with. Yeah, like this dog. She wants to hang out with me and probably other doggies. Yes. And yes, we're going to go. Where's your toy? Go get your toy. Creating a connection with your community. Finding ways to take time to breathe and learn how to harness this energy in your imagination inside of you and in your heart and in your focus. And holding yourself accountable or finding other people who can and connecting to what you love. I'm going to focus on loving this beautiful beach, even though I'm not there. Siesta Key Beach is one of the most magical places on the planet. And if you want more of connection with me, reach out. Just send me an email, Tricia@triciabecker.com. Find me on Facebook. Send me a message on the YouTube channel. I want everyone to live this magic that their imagination is creating their reality. And when you use your imagination intentionally, focusing on your breath work, mindfulness, meditation, the daily ritual, and focusing on creating, giving with gratitude and joy for what you're receiving, and you find your community and you connect with people who got your back, who are your cheerleaders and remind you of what you're going for, there's nothing to fix. Nothing needs to be changed. You are not broken and no one is. You get to create your reality from where you are now and your perspective going forward. Use your imagination. It's your greatest gift as a human being. And that's the magic. That's the magic of the day. That's the magic of life. I mean, our imagination is way more powerful than anyone gives themselves credit for. People touch upon it. People use it and cultivate it, but even people who are coming up with phenomenal technology and devices are probably still like, I need more, I want more. We inspire ourselves when you create. And then when you get the proof, remember, proof is in the pudding. Who wants pudding? I do. So let's go create some. If you're interested in learning more, I've got probably the biggest discount ever on 3 programs that I've created. One is an audio course. It's got 20 hours of audio of learning these. My very first course that I launched as I was learning these techniques and developing and sharing them. It's an audio course. You just listen to it. And then there's the secret sauce. This is the coolest course I've created in about a 2-hour period. You're going to learn how to harness your imagination and create intentionally based on this emotional sensory experience you can create with your imagination. That's called the secret sauce. And then there's the magical, powerful, impactful course called the Art of Meditation. It is the gateway, the key, the path to understanding how to step into mindfulness, create with meditation, and then why we fall out of that path and what can we do to shift that old identity structure that says, nah, you don't need that pudding. You want this dirt mud pie over here that looks like pudding. That's the old stuff. And I explain why that takes over. And then what can we do instead? And there's all sorts of other things in there as well. It's usually this bundle of these 3 courses You get access immediately. It's usually $97, but because it's the holidays and I love this work and I need to share it, I must. I'm giving 40% off. So for these 3 courses, if you're going to hold yourself accountable and follow through, it's like 57 bucks. It's incredible. You must do the work though. You must hit play and listen to the sessions. But this is the best piece that I made with this bundle. This $57 phenomenal trifecta of classes. You get a daily reminder of watching the sessions in your email. It's called a drip email. And I created it because I said, I know sometimes I forget. I have all these reminders around my house. I have my coach, I have my group, and I teach this work, but I still forget. So how do we get these reminders? And the emails you get each and every day to remind you what sessions to watch in order to follow through and get the most out of everything that you're investing in for yourself. So these emails are a way without a human, without a phenomenally large investment of money or time, you get an email to remind you what to do. That's a way that I created accountability. So enjoy it if you want it. It's triciabecker.com/bundle offer. If you want the 40% discount, the $40 off, just message me and I'll send it to you. I love sharing this work. I love doing it. I love living and breathing and using my imagination in this way to cultivate the energy that I have, harness it, direct it intentionally. So I hope you're looking forward to doing the same. Thanks for being here. Thanks for everybody who's joining in and watching. Happy Sunday coffee talk. Happy holidays. And there's going to be more magic unfolding. So if you like this kind of stuff, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is where a lot of these freebies are. These sessions where we talk about, the proof is in the pudding, and I got the proof. I know exactly what works. I have hundreds and hundreds of one-to-one clients that have said, Tricia, this is it. You're right. I know. So go use your imagination and create your reality intentionally today. Look forward to seeing y'all soon.